To oh, thank you. All right, guys. So I wanted to make this a special newbie circle, and this was on the calendar. So we just and I know there are a lot of people who are at events today, so I know a lot of you guys will be watching the recording later. But listen, this is important. Okay, we are closing the month out strong, and we are going into holiday season. And so how you end this month is how you go into holiday season. It's very important. And so we're going to talk about what you need to do mentally in order to prepare yourself to close the month and then to move on to October, to November, to December. Because as much as I think a lot of times people think this may be slow season, but it's actually the biggest season ever because people are spending the most money that they've ever spent in their life. I know that it works with drop holiday bundles, like they're going to drop different deals and stuff for us. But this is a season where we want to really highlight the importance of being healthy and the not possibility, I guess it's the possibility of making extra income during the season. They'll drop Christmas cash. We're going to start talking about all things conference. And so, being someone who went presidential diamond in October, I'm going to tell you that the push is based off of you. So it's not based off the season, it's based off of you. And so if you want this season to be great, it's going to be your mindset that's going to take you there. It's going to be your mindset that takes you there. And I know that there's so much noise going on in the world right now, but it's going to be your willingness to block out the noise and focus on what you want and why you want it. And so this is going to be a participative. I'll have you guys participate. So tell me in the comments one thing that you are working on to close this month out strong. Welcome. Hi, Sarita, Dominique, Brianna. What's up, Shay? Jamaica, Shantae. What's up, Jay? Hello, you guys. What is one thing you're doing to close the month out strong? Drop it in the comments. Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you signing your first perks member? Are you no, we talking about business wise, but that's good. That's good too. So are you signing your first perks member? Are you closing out your 400? Are you closing out a $50 perks? Do you not know? Do you need to have a one-to-one because you don't know what you're doing? Are you closing executive? Are you signing your first business partner? Yeah. I want to sign my first perks member. Good. Awesome. Completing your steps. Yes, come on, your steps to success. You have to commit to something, you guys. The completion, like to allow yourself to, like you're in a business, you guys. You have to be business mindset. Like you're a business owner. Like you own a straight up business. Like as much as somebody can say, okay, well, I own a gas station. Okay, great. I own a business. Like as much as you own, and I mean, as much as the gas station is nice or whatever, at the end of the day, like there are so much responsibilities that come with the gas station, and I don't want that. Okay, right now in my life, some people may want that. That's fine, but you own a business just like a gas station, just like a McDonald's, just like a franchise, just like you own a business. And so you have to have business goals. You have to have business accountability. Being in business for yourself, but not by yourself, is something that you have to be extremely mindful of. And so this is something that I want to really get you guys in that place. So signing, um, yes, absolutely. Getting more distributors and perks members, completing my goals. And so what are your goals is what I'm saying. Like, let's be actually specific. And not being afraid to say that. Like, what is, okay, well, let's talk about it then. So, Sarita, what you doing? You able to talk? If you're not, I see you not on camera. Hello, hello. Star. Girl, okay, I'm finna call on you too. Because what does that mean? All right, hold on. We gonna, Sarita, what you doing? Are you there? Sarita. Okay, well, while you are trying to figure that out, sure. Come on, friend. Come into the spotlight.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Girl,
This is why I be hiding from Rachel, so she don't
girl,
call on me.
don't you want to win? Yes or no?
I'm ready to win.
Period. Okay. Ready to win. So, what does that mean? Strategy 101. What does that mean?
Like I feel like there's so many old thought processes and habits and tendencies that, come up as I'm trying to, relaunch with a new perspective. And I don't want to be in a season of making excuses or finding a million reasons why, because I know that my why is, way bigger than any reason why I can come out with not to do anything. Um, I really struggle with time right now because my job is so demanding. Hi babies. I typically
Oh, you made it.
in Zoom right now, so you go hang out with grandma and then I'll talk to you soon, okay? Okay. So I typically struggle with coming home not feeling drained and then trying to be a present mom and then trying to be a business owner. I know that it's an excuse because there's solutions, but I definitely want to work around it. I told myself that I want to get a 1040 this year, and I know that the minimum is $600. So that means that I my goal to end this year is with a 1040. So
So I love that. I think the my question is, okay, so what does that look like to end this month out strong, right? So what are those first steps, especially being someone who actually understands the business? Um, um, sorry. So what is the specifics? Because we know that goals need to be smart, measurable, attainable, realistic, and they need to have a time set to them. And I know a lot of times people struggle with the smart goals because it seems too concrete, or you set goals before and you didn't hit them, and you don't like how that feels, or whatever. So I think now, what does that look like? Does that look like you signing two Perks members? Does that look like you getting in the 400 club? Does that look like what does that actually look like for you to close the month out strong, so that you can set yourself up for the next steps, especially knowing where you actually want to be? Does that make sense?
I mean, if I'm being 100% honest, I would say like, because I feel like if I wanted to sign up three customers right now, I could, I would call my mom, my sister, a few friends. Like I can sign customers. Um, but a big block for me is host a post. So what would set me up for next month would be to end this month with maybe 15 host a posts up. I send the messages, 40, 50, 60 messages. It's very simple to send messages. You can send 40 messages in 3 minutes. It's just like the follow through to getting the host to post up. I know that that was probably why I stopped working my business in 2022. The host to post. I stopped having success with host to post, and I felt as though that was like the system of the company, host to post, and I just didn't find success with it. So that's a big block for me now. Sending 60 messages for host to post and maybe getting one up. It's a block for me because my time is so valuable.
Right. So I think that it's unfortunate that you felt like that was the system of the company, because it wasn't. But I think maybe it was the system of your team.
Yeah.
But I do understand that. So I think this is why mindset is so important. It's so important to talk through these things. And y'all see, like it's so important to talk through these things because we only have our own perspective, and when we only have our own perspective, we don't have a full picture of the reality of the situation, and then we make decisions based off of it. You get what I'm saying? And so, okay, it's the 27th. If you want to put up 15 host posts, that's great. Does host post work? Absolutely. Post to post works 1,000%. But I also know that you wanted to talk to people in person too. And then we also talked about you having a party for Adina. Okay, that's great. How about you have a party for yourself? That could be a success. To have a launch party, to get up 15 host to post, and to sign your first customer in person. Like that's a great goal. Now, hopefully that pushes you to translate that into the 400 club, knowing how important that is. But does that make sense? Is that
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And I think for me, I think that I do want online and who's supposed to be like my secondary system. I want to be in person. I want to be talking to people. I want to be physically rapping people. I'm in such a season of my life now where I want to be in front of people making impact. So I definitely am excited to get in front of people in person, sign people in person for sure.
Yeah, and I don't even know that it's finding people, and I think that's, and I get it, that I'm being a stickler for words, but I don't think it's finding people. It's realizing the people that you're already around,
Hmm.
right? And it's the using of the products out loud. And I know that you had a whole bunch of people who were interested anyway, but I don't know if that was at your previous job. But it's actually using your products. Well, you might say, well, I don't have any products. So that's a question. Do you not have any products? So for me, thinking
Can you
about
talk
this,
about it and quiet? Mommy's on the phone. You have to give me a few minutes, okay? Thank you.
so thinking about it like this, if you don't, let's just say you don't have any products, okay? You're new, you don't have products. So just walk with me. How can I still get these people in front of my products and interested in my products, even though I don't have anything on me? And this is how you use social media. Does that make sense? So, for example, everybody at my kid's school wants to be my friend on Facebook. And I'm like, all right, yeah, come on, be my friend. Why? Because I do my job. I post, I message, I follow up. And so what you're gonna see is these wraps that you want. You've been complaining about your stomach. Oh, this coffee that helps with your energy. This is why it's so important to use your social media to cook and clean people. So how many people can you, if you, let's just say you're not using your products out loud, because I'll find customers like that all the time. Me drinking my coffee at my son's school, people ask like all the time, me having gear on and says coffee makes you skinny or whatever. But then it's also them coming to my social and seeing, oh, she has a natural form of Ozempic. Oh, she has like, I'm showing them what I have through the social media. Does
Hmm.
that make sense?
Hmm. Yeah, definitely.
And so there, everything is figure outable, but I think it's more so, it's not necessarily finding, it's can you attract them to what you have based on and suggesting. Like, oh my gosh, like I have a friend that uses a natural form of Ozempic and like it's changed her life.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, that's so
I
cool.
went into the gas station and this girl saw my nails and she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, bro, I got these hair vitamins that's fire. And she was like, really? I said, I'll text you the link. Now I have her number. Now I
Hmm.
can connect and follow up with her. Does that make sense? I think it's the overcomplication of just being and thinking when you go throughout your day, who can I bless today? Who can
Hmm.
I help today? Whose problems can I solve through these products and through this business?
Hmm. Yeah, I could definitely be more I mean that's a simple fix. I can definitely make it a point to wear the gear, make the products work. I do actually have a lot of products. I have a lot of keto coffee, I have happy coffee, I have smoothie, I have aloe. I do have a lot of products actually.
That's good. Listen, so now you can readjust your goals, and I want you to text it to me. Readjust your goals based on what we just discussed.
Okay, that sounds good. You
Okay.
gave me a lot of juice, so I definitely will.
Oh,
Thank you.
good. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that and being willing. So
Thank
Dominique
you.
said, yes, I feel like Shar, I definitely want to get more into it and to end this month out strong. I'm really just going harder and smarter about the business, and the hacks are something hard to get, but it's more on a persuasive thing. Okay. Where you at, Dominique? Where you willing to come on camera? Are you talking? Because we can't hear you. Oh, there you go. Hey, you unmuted.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, you want to elaborate on what you wrote?
Yes, ma'am. So what I was saying was, it was like Shar was saying, but it's like with the helps, they can be kind of hard to put up when you have certain people who don't really want to do it, and then it's kind of on a more persuasive level. Like you have to persuade them to put something up to, or if you want to get them to come into the business with you as a partner or as a person member, it's like you have to give them more information about the product, if you get what I'm saying.
So this is when you got to get better at your screenshot game because you're new.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I think a lot of times when people come into this business, they want to know it all and they want to do it all. It don't work like that. Like you have to have a learning process, and a lot of times you have to be willing to do training on the go, and that allows you to win more quickly and get to the wins more quickly, right? So just me and Shar having, uh, I'm Rose Shar, so that's somebody who, if she used me more, we probably would be further than where we are right now, but it's the willingness to do that, right? Because I understand that connecting takes time. And so um, it, everybody moves at their own pace. But are you willing to allow your enroller to coach you every step of the way? Because I don't persuade nobody to do nothing.
Right.
And I say persuade because of the definition of persuasion. I'm gonna bring it up just because, yeah. So so persuading, listen, hear me out. Persuading is causing someone to do something through reasoning or argument. I'm not doing it. Now, what
Right.
I will do is I will give you the facts of how it will help you and move on. But I'm not persuading anybody to anything to do anything. And so the fact that you feel like you have to persuade means you're not screenshotting enough.
Mhm.
So
Wait,
you
wait,
should
wait.
be
What do you mean by not screenshotting enough?
when you get a reply, you should be sending a screenshot. Like unless it's yes, send the screenshot. If it's anything other than yes, send the screenshot
Okay,
because
yeah.
then you'll get a rebuttal from your enroller that you can download into your database to use for the next person. You'll be able to learn. Oh, I didn't even think of. I wouldn't have said that like that. It's kind of like even with Arnisha. Yeah, absolutely. Yesterday, she was somebody. She sent a somebody said something to her, and for her, she went straight to a place of like, okay, I'm gonna block you. For me, I have a different perspective and I was able to say, hey, say this to them. Like it's really not that deep. But when
Right.
you when we are new business owners, a lot of things move us differently than somebody who's more seasoned, right?
Mhm.
So and that's why we help you through screenshots because we have a different angle and a different lens. Like we're sitting from a different place. We're sitting from a place of success. Sitting from a place of knowing the products work, knowing the business works. So our response is definitely different than yours. Also knowing we don't need people. Like we need people, we don't need people, right? We need the right people. And
Right.
so with there being 7 billion people on the planet, I don't care who isn't. They say some will, some won't. Who cares? Who's next? And that's the real deal. If you don't want to put up this host of all, baby, you can win $100 gift card. Like, then don't put it up. Okay. Like we're moving
Right.
on to the next person. Like, I don't care about you not putting up. That's one person. But then it's also doing the work, y'all. Like it's doing the work the on a how can I say it's almost like a clocked out doing work, right? So you're
Mhm.
just doing the numbers. It's when you're sending the messages for me, I'm just sending. I'm just sending the messages. Why? I'm not rationalizing who you are, what you're gonna say. Like that takes so much energy. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes so much energy to select who you're gonna send messages to. I don't have
Right.
it. So I'm just gonna send the messages and do my job. So if the tag says send 20 messages when I'm going down that ladder, maybe anybody can you on this friends list, you can get a message. Okay. Like
Right.
I don't and that's why I tell people all the time for my kids' school, y'all don't necessarily want to be my friend on Facebook because you're gonna get a message, boo. Like because I work my business, right? So I need you to, and this is a process. I want you to understand that it is a process. So, yeah, it will if you mentally think about it, but if you trust the process and actually allow Brittany to help you more, and I think and you can say this whether you feel like you're bothering her too much already. We want to be bothered, like we desire to be, we desire that, and when you bother us, I tell people all the time, when you talk to your enroller the most, the one who talks to your enroller the most, you get paid the most money, like you really do. So talk to your enroller and let her walk you through all these different things because you are going to transform and become a different person in the midst of sending messages. And that sounds crazy, but you really are. You're going to be empowered. You're going to feel more confident in your ability to not be checking for people and to stay out of your feelings and all those different things. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. And I do actually I send all my screenshots to Brittany, especially if I be, confused or don't know what to do. And I just recently started back more back into it because I've been having some issues going on. So I just really been trying to get back into it and get fully focused with the business.
Yeah, that's great. Congratulations and welcome back. One thing you said is if I don't know what to say, just send the screenshot, period. I want you to just send it, period. So just send a screenshot. I want y'all to blow your rollers up today. Just send the screenshot. I want y'all to just send. Welcome back though. That's what's up, Dominic.
Right. And thank you. And I also like I can be a little shy in public, like when it comes to talking to different people that I really don't know. So it's like I don't be knowing, the certain I don't be knowing how to put my sentences when I'm talking to someone that I don't know.
Yeah, and you don't even have to. That's something that you get to learn and become more confident in too. So you could just say, "Listen, I don't know what to say. How about that? But I know it's fire. So we're bringing it." And I'm not playing. I'm being very serious. Like I'm being very, very honest. I have a girl right now, and she's probably not on because it's 8:30 in Cali, and I think she got to be at work at 8. But she was a previous customer, and she decided she wanted to do the business, right? Because why not make money and use these products that I love? She has been sending people left and right as she's learning. Because as her enroller, I want her to go as fast as she can and earn so many incentives. You guys are eligible for the executive bonus, the the 400 GB, $30 product credit. You're eligible for signing your first business owner for 50% off. You're eligible for the $250 Ruby bonus. You're eligible for the match bonuses. Like there's so much money on the table. So I don't want you to think. Like I literally want you to do and learn as you go. Does that make sense? And I know sometimes that's hard, but there's a lot of jobs where people are literally just machines, like until AI take over. They're just machines right now. And so sometimes you have to come in and just be mechanical. The best part about your personality is that you get to share what you love on your page. You're learning things. You get to go live and talk about the products that you love, you get to just be you. And that's the thing that we like people to do. And I fall in love with who you are and just be you. But I'm telling you to just Brittany. And if Brittany's not available, there will be somebody that is available to help you. We want to help you, girl. We got you. Oh, did she drop off? Okay. All right. So, oh wait, no, the show. Do you have anything else you want to say, Dominique?
No, ma'am, that was all.
That's good. Thanks for sharing that. All right, Arnisha, where you at? Is she still on? She dropped off.
Hey,
Oh, there she is.
Rachel. Hey, y'all. Can y'all hear me? My signal is kind of low in here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, two young ladies that just started speaking. I've been in and out of the business for, I'm gonna say altogether probably like 3 years, and I went through the same thing y'all going through. Didn't know how to reach out to people. I didn't know who I was going to sign up. Um, Kind of opening up and trying to get people to see what I was doing and to get them to join me. It was hard to struggle with it and take advantage of Hostable because I didn't have time to sit around and put messages or respond to people. I was just all over the place because I wasn't focused on just working my business. My mind was everywhere else where it needed to be. I had to reevaluate my life, literally, and come up with a system so that I can get organized, so that I can send messages. And I made
did she drop off? Uh-oh. Okay, well, we'll have her keep sharing when she gets back to reevaluate her life and come up with a system. Okay, amen to that. That's real. Bianca, you still on?
it.
Oh, there
It
she
won't
is. She
come
back.
back.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead, Arnisha.
Okay. And Rachel was
You drop off again? Oh dang. Her service is not playing today. Okay, Bianca, where you at? Trying to find you. Girl. All right, go ahead and elaborate what you're
Back.
saying. Oh, she back.
Okay, can
And
you hear me? Oh,
Okay, go
yeah.
ahead,
I,
Arnisha. Hold on, Bianca. Go ahead, Arnisha.
so so Rachel and Karen helped me, kind of overcome that and get past the fact that I was waiting. I was looking at people and wondering what would they say, what would they think, who's going to support me, who's not going to support me, instead of what Rachel said. Now that I'm back in the business again, I'm just sending messages. I don't look at it like what is this person going to say or if they're going to sign up. Whoever signs up, signs up. Whoever don't sign up, I'm moving on. I don't have time to wait on people to.
Look, what she got to say is good too. Okay. Um, we're gonna let her get stable though. Bianca, where you at, girl? Go ahead and explain what you got going.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much the same thing that the last ladies were saying about messaging people because I'm a bit awkward, especially in person. I'm socially awkward, so I be feeling a little weird messaging people. I'm trying to break out of that, and I think a lot of that has to do with like
All right, sorry, my internet dropped off that time. I didn't hear the end of what you said. You said it's the what was the end of what you said? Sorry.
I think I was talking about the people pleasing and trying to break out of that, but I was just taking notes and listening to what you were saying because like when you were saying like just reach out like this is business like just reach out anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna get there. But yeah, I was
Yeah,
just taking notes and
no, that's
listening.
good. No, that's good. The reason why I asked is because if 9 times out of 10, if you're experiencing it, somebody else is experiencing it. And so thank you for speaking up and being brave. Because here's the thing, and it goes back to what Eric Thomas was talking about in the video. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing, and this is why the why is so important, you guys. Like the why is so important because the why is literally your gas for where you're going. Does that make sense? And hopefully I'm not going out to where you can't hear me. It's your gas for where you're going. And so why are you doing this, Bianca?
So I have like top three reasons. One being my son, I want to be able to provide for him, and another is my own health because I was interested in the product originally because of like the health benefits. And the last thing is really just to build character because something like this will have I will have to get out of my comfort zone and speak to people more. So those are my top three reasons.
Yes, absolutely. So you have a why, but I guess my question is you got to even dig deeper when it comes to that. So the first thing you said your daughter, you want to be able to take care of your daughter. Is that what you said?
Yes, my son.
Oh, your son, excuse me, sorry. So what does that even mean? Like, what does that mean to be able to take care of your sons?
Sorry, my headphone cut out. So I just want to be able to, I guess, provide without having to stress about the little things. Like, he has something to eat, he has somewhere to stay. I don't want, I guess, I don't have to be rich, even though I am gonna go there anyway. But I just want to make sure I have the basics. I ain't gotta worry about the little basics. Yes, baby.
All right. So when you say basics, what does that mean? Like I don't mean I know you're like girl, you know what that means. No, oh, what does that mean? What does that mean?
For me, I guess basics. I if I have to go to the store real quick and I notice like something just like he doesn't have any shoes, he's growing out his shoes, the size and whatever. I could just go to the store. I ain't gotta think about do I gotta buy shoes, but my light bills, is due, stuff like that. So I just want to be able to just do without stressing about lacking in another area.
Why does that bother you?
You said, why does it bother me? Because I don't know how to answer that. Because I mean, the question makes sense, but um,
No, I understand that it may be an obvious
hmm,
reason why that would bother you, but
yeah,
why does that bother you? Why does that bother Beyonce?
um, why does it bother me? I just don't want him to go without. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Thank you, baby.
When you allow yourself to whatever that was, that you're not allowing yourself to go there, when you allow yourself to go there, you'll actually have the fuel that you need to succeed. If you were to ask me why, when I first started, I wanted an extra $500 to keep my son in private school. If you, sorry. Can y'all hear Zoe? Can y'all hear her? Y'all can? Oh, no, okay. Um, so she is loud, okay? But when I needed that extra $500, or I wanted that extra $500 to keep my son in private school, it was so deep to me that I didn't need any motivation to go. I knew why it was imperative for my son to stay in that school. I knew, and I didn't care what I had to do. So I was willing to go back to grad school for another master's that I did not want in order to have the extra income coming in to pay for my son. I was willing to go into debt, like and get a degree that I didn't even want so that I had the extra income. So when it came to me making my decision that this was the solution for my son to be able to be in that private school, nothing could stop me. And I knew it was why. I knew the reason why. I did not want my kid in private school. And I could literally give you, I mean not private school, public school, excuse me. I could literally give you a book of reasons why I didn't want it to happen and why it wasn't going to happen and why I had made my mind up that it wasn't going to happen. I like to buy my kids nice things. I still wanted to travel with my son and take him around the world. Like there were so many things that I wanted to expose. A lot of them had to do with me because of what I did not have as a child, because of how I felt like my mom failed me and I wasn't failing my child. How I wanted a present mom. So many things happened to me that were never going to happen to my son, or the things that had happened prior to um, me joining the business, and I felt helpless because of the lack of income. The lack of income is what took away my time, because at the end of the day I needed the income. That's why I was at the job, and I was taking whatever job that I could take, even if it took me away from my son. So the income was necessary, and so I understood why I was doing what I was doing. It was far beyond the shoes. It was his safety. It was his security. It was making sure that my son is taken care of the way that he should be taken care of. It was his allergies. My son had asthma and allergies, meaning he shouldn't be eating everything. He's allergic to cigarette smoke. He's allergic to cigarette smoke and literally was going in cars with people who smoke cigarettes, and people were smoking around my kid. So when you understand and allow yourself to go to that place, you will become unstoppable. Host the post. I don't care about no host the post. I don't care who don't say nothing back to me. I'm trying to get my son in a controlled place where he doesn't have to be around something that can send him to the ICU. So you got to let yourself go there, because that's when you get the fuel that you actually need to build the business, to close the goals. You understand that you're doing something so much bigger than extra income. Extra income is cute, but I wasn't doing this for just extra income. I was doing it for the 19-year-old who has a full ride to college, who's a junior at the age of 19. That's what I was doing it for. At the age of 6, I needed to keep him in that private school so he could be the 19-year-old who's now a junior in college. Do y'all get what I'm saying? I'm doing it so that my kids can be surrounded in a Christian environment and not exposed to all this dumb stuff in the world. I understand why I'm doing it. And so, Bianca, when you lock in, I'm telling you, when you lock in, none of that little stuff matters anymore. But it's really just being able to lock into the reason why. When you know why, you'll blow up Brittany. You'll blow up whoever your roller is. Like you won't care because you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. And then going even deeper, when you understand how you lock into their why, because that's me, right? When I understand how I lock into someone else's why, well, I already know why I'm doing it, but I understand that I get to help people along the way in order to get what I want. Oh, baby, I'm locked in. Oh, Jay, you will get this couch today because I understand. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Does that make sense? And so that's when you get,
Yes,
oh,
it
it's my
makes a lot
internet
of
went out.
sense.
Oh, okay, I'm here. Okay, good. Thank you for saying something because I think my internet went out. So that's when you're able to get what you need in order to go the distance to where you want to go. And that's when you get more than you could have ever asked for. That's when you get the more that you can ever ask for. And that's why these spaces fuel you. This is why hearing other people's stories, hearing other people's reasons why they do the business, the vulnerable places is what took y'all. When I read this book called Daring Greatly, y'all, by Brene Brown. And it was truly something that unlocked the next level in my business. Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. I put it in the comments. And why? Because I was not being, I wasn't connecting with people at a heart level because I wasn't willing to be honest about what I really wanted and what I really needed. Well, and we all started different places. Like I was fearful not to succeed because I knew the consequences of taking my son out of private school. I knew the consequences of having to go get another job and having to drop my son off to God knows where. I knew the consequences of um not being able to pay my bills. I knew it. And so sometimes that drove me. Fear drove me too. But it was all connected to my why. It was all connected to my why. So once you lock into that, so I would suggest Bianca, like getting you a journal and just starting to journal through that or calling your roller and walking through it and allowing those tears to fall. Because I think it goes beyond shoes. Because baby, you can go get some shoes from Goodwill. So you know, I'm being for real. You know what I'm saying? Like you get some baby some shoes. So your baby some shoes from Marketplace. Like, you know, God will bless you with somebody, you know, somebody give you some shoes. Like, you know, it goes beyond that. And once you go allow yourself to go to that place, I think you'll lock in. And you'll start doing what you need to do in order to go where you need to go. You got this. It's good. Anybody else? I think we got time for one more person before we get on. Well, if you don't, here's what I'm gonna tell you guys. Getting up off of here, like, yeah, my pleasure. I want you guys to really think about why you're doing what you're doing and know that, like, if God brought you to it, He'll bring you through it. Like, He brought you here for a reason. Like, He's gonna see you through. And knowing that you are equipped, you are called, but you are also equipped. Okay, He does not call you without equipping you. Okay, He does not call you without equipping you. And so, if you are here, You have everything you need to succeed. You really do. And don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a lot of y'all, you have outside voices outside of this space. Lock into the voices that are here, because the people who are here are the ones who are making money. The people who are here are the ones who are succeeding. So do not listen to someone who is not succeeding, okay, in this space, and allow you to go astray and not get what you came here for. So yes, you can sign your first customer, and no is just get you one step closer to your yes. There's a book called Go for No. You should go for no. Like, I mean, when we was asking for these parties, I was like, oh, okay, sis. Okay, no, period. Look on to the next. Like, and I like to not guess. I feel like guessing takes so much energy. It really does. And so even me, when I'm doing follow-ups and people not responding to me, I'm like, bro, are you okay? I will send somebody, like, I will send somebody a voice memo, like, bro, are you okay? Like, what are you doing? And they'll be like, no, say I'm not interested, because I'm gonna push you there. Because until you say I'm not interested, I'm gonna keep hitting you up. Okay, like, it's just a part of me doing my job. And so sometimes you're not there. Y'all, I'm an ambassador diamond here. I've been here for 12 years. So of course I'm gonna have a little more vigor. I've made over $2 million. Like, I am gonna have more vigor than you guys have. That's because I have a ticket. But you'll get there, is what I'm saying. And when you understand how this business will not only change your life, but will change your customers' lives, will change your business partners' lives, you will move differently. And so go out and be great. Use your upline's help and finish strong. Be specific about your goals. You want to make sure they're smart, measurable, attainable, realistic, and that they have a time frame. So set your goal for the end of this month. Figure out what you're going to do before what this is September. September, is it September? Well, I don't even know what month it is. Help, Lord. Before September 30th. Before September 30th ends. Set that goal, close it, share it, stream it, and make sure that goal blesses somebody else. Okay. I'm gonna pray. We're gonna get up here. We'll do a boomerang. Okay. Yes. We're gonna get off before we do our boomerang. Dear Heavenly Father, God, I just love you. God, thank you for being who you are and just showing up. And so, God, today I just pray that everything that I said was did not fall on ground. I pray that the ground is fertile and that people just take it in and just feel empowered to push forward. God, I pray that they're encouraged and understand that they've been called to this place for such a time as this. And so, God, help us to finish strong. Help us to set the goals. Help us to speak the things that scare us. God, I just thank you for how you are shifting people's lives. You are bringing them out of things that they felt hopeless and helpless. But God, we thank you for the hope that you give us and the faith that we have that can take us to the next level. And so, God, even those who are struggling with their faith, we know what you can do with the mustard seed. So help us to go forth. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.